This show is strictly for entertainment purposes. We are not financial advisors. Please always gamble responsibly. Welcome back to another episode of Spread Detectives, a podcast where we break down sports, ranging from the MLB, the NBA, the NFL, all the way to Nathan's hot dog eating contest. This weekend, we're going to jump into the conference championship rounds of the NFL playoffs. But before we do that, we're going to jump back to last week. Hank, me and you, we went 1-3.
I'm still wearing the clown nose
Still
for
wearing
some
the
reason.
clown nose because I had Josh Allen's under.
Yeah, my props didn't hit. So
I mean, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm gonna dive into that Texans-Ravens game a little bit. I underestimated that Ravens defense.
Yeah.
Going into the Super Wildcard weekend, I thought the Browns had the number one defense. I was dead wrong on that. The Ravens absolutely have the number one.
Quick intervene. When you did say that thing about the Browns defense, you didn't account for injuries, because I agree with the number one defense, but that the D-backs very injured. You were missing a few people back there, and that's why they got punched up in the backfield. But continue, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's all good. They CJ Stroud just didn't show up. I mean,
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't even go that far.
No. When I got money on the line, I blame it on the quarterback.
But
are you freaking kidding me?
Thing is, I will say though, is the stat line for pressure on CJ versus no pressure was night and day, and I think that was something a lot of people didn't account for.
Yeah. And the thing that pissed me off most about that game, and this game could have got, I mean, I'm wearing the clown nose for a reason, but this game could have gone so much different if they just would have spied Lamar early.
Yeah.
I mean, there was 3rd and 9s, 3rd and 8s where the DBs for the Houston Texans were locked up, and then just the Red Sea just opened for Lamar just to run right up the middle and get 20-plus yards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. I mean, Texas could have hopped on him after that punt return. They could have easily went up 20 points right there. I mean, 10 points right there.
That was a great take, but then it's like as soon as I try to start taking you seriously, I hone in on the clown nose, and it all goes away. So my bad if I laugh whenever you talk.
well, I definitely I don't want to jump too far ahead, but I don't see that happening again this week.
No, absolutely not.
guys?
I mean, you compare CJ Stroud to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it's like
of
it's night
course.
and day.
Yeah.
But the Texans defense did show up to a certain extent. I mean, when the game got out of hand, I mean, obviously they kind of ran up the score to even push that cover. Going into that Packers and 49ers game,
Lucky to make it out.
I was dead wrong.
Yeah, you were right. That was a good one. That was a good pick.
But Trey Greenlaw almost went back for with the cover with that pick.
Yeah.
he was
trying.
He was breaking tackles.
He was trying.
That motherfucker had Niners minus 10.
100%.
I'm telling you, that
100%.
he had Niners minus 10.
Yeah.
But I was obviously
Miners 9 is 10.
But I was obviously wrong on a lot this week. I tried fading myself. It didn't work. It's just not working over here, boys. We're down about 30 and a half units.
Is that all?
That's
it?
We're down big. I didn't shoot a lot because I got smoked on Super Wildcard weekend.
Yeah.
But overall take for the weekend is, I don't know. We're just going to shoot heavy on these games coming up and hope we're just going to throw shit at the wall and hope it sticks.
I mean, I knew last week when we were giving our predictions, and I went last every time. I kept agreeing with him, and I'm like, this is not good.
Wasn't looking good for you, yeah.
Sure enough. And when you said Bucks money line, that was like my pick of the week. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that
well,
really
I guess
put a damper
Chiefs,
in
but
my thing. And that's what I hate because, I mean, check back to last episode. Only thing we all agreed on was the Bucks. But we would have all agreed on the Chiefs.
But you changed.
But I changed it to keep it electric for you all.
And doesn't that just suck? That's how gambling goes, where you switch one and you should have switched the other.
And I should have known that. I should have known that. So for this week, guys, I'm right where I was last week. Last week, 3-3, 5-5 on the props. This week, if I'm really playing by what you saw, 2-2 on the spread, even though on paper I was 3-1. But I have to give it to you how it was delivered. So 2-2 spread, 2-2 props. I mean, and I got to start giving you guys the under-over because I did go 3-1 on the under-over. So for that, I'm a little repetitive here, but for that, I do apologize. 2-2, Dalton Schultz over. What I told you guys, I said he took a few drops. He was going to make it back. I think he ended with 43. Jordan Love, I'll let y'all know that was a bit of a risky one. He ended with 3 yards on 5 rushes. That's just ridiculous. Amon-Ra St. Brown under hit. Stay tuned for that one because his name will be said again from my mouth. Pause on the mouth. later today. And then Patty Mahomes got frisky with it. I thought it was plus 180. It's like plus 400. So, yeah, that's what happened to me. Another weekend on the straight 500. Let's try
coming from my weekend, I'll take 500.
I'm trying to break. I just want to break it north, man. We don't want to break south. I want to break north. I want to stay green. I'm in the gray area for 2 weeks in a row. So stick with me, pals. Don't go that way.
Yeah. So since you guys went over your records, I'll go over mine. I mean, the first divisional week I went 5-1. Last week went 1-3. A little bit of a
regression, like C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, a little bit of regression.
Regression is a key word.
How's he gonna take my money the first week and then just absolutely blow me the second week?
But luckily I came
trends.
back with the Chiefs heavy. I said the -2.5. They won by 3, so that was good. Nice little plus 150 for
I
me.
bought 5 points on that one.
Yeah.
5 points.
I didn't buy 5.
Two 5.
The other way.
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about
Took
bought
5
5.
more.
Bang.
Yeah. So it worked out good. Once again, all week heard it was going to be snowy. Didn't snow. It seems to happen a lot. It's kind of annoying. But
Those shovelers out there are making it
Yeah,
happen.
I know.
They're offering people $20 an hour to go shovel.
You see the guys crying at the end of the game?
Oh, there was people crying.
those Buffalo Bills
people that had
guy.
put videos like all week of them shoveling had also now they had videos of them up of them sitting in the stands like bawling, like grown
This
ass
is
men
terrible.
crying.
Like they were not having a good
Yeah,
time.
I mean they have to have bet on the game too.
Hey, it was
There's
20
no
and
way.
a half.
There's no way
There's
that
no
guy
way you're
didn't have
crying
the
if you don't
mortgage
have
on it.
money. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about there's people crying after the game.
Watch that. We do not condone gambling. This is just a show for entertainment. We're just having fun.
Yeah. Don't put your money anywhere we say. Just
Hey,
just-
follow me on
just take
TikTok.
what we
though.
say.
I
This
got
is
you.
strictly
Yeah.
entertainment. Like
Yeah.
if you listen and I mean, we're gonna
It is
tell you
what
who
it is.
wins. We each got a bit on who
Yeah.
wins the finals this week. We let you know, and you'll see in the future. But I think I got that one locked
Speaking
down,
to
Pat.
it, yeah, let's get into it.
We're
Let's
getting
go.
into the games.
First game, we got Chiefs. Right now, the line's at 3.5. It's in Baltimore, obviously. Baltimore has just smoked everyone. I apologize last week for Lamar for
He threw his jersey on the
doing
ground,
what I
dirtbag.
did. I was obviously blatantly wrong. Got a bunch of texts from some friends.
Racist.
You know. But Hank, you know what? Since we both want to hear what you have to say first, so we can alter our picks. Let's hear what you got in this Chiefs game.
Yeah. And also, just real quick, you wasted my time today, and you had a shitty week. I think it's safe to say you threw that clown nose off
Way too
prematurely.
early.
Yeah.
Wait, I looked at him.
I didn't like
That's
that.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I like
Boys,
to.
I threw that clown nose off because we were putting 10 units down on each game.
This week?
This week for sure.
So he's
yeah.
down 30, so he's
he's-
creeping on down 50 units.
Yeah.
Hey, but hey, he's
So-
due. He definitely is due.
He's got to
So
be.
my mentor told me you got to have ammo, and when you got ammo, you got to fire it. So when it comes to this Chiefs game, I'm pulling out the hammer.
Oh, jeez.
Lamar Jackson. Let me talk about Lamar Jackson a little bit. Great game against a rookie quarterback, against a rookie head coach.
Oh, no.
Whoop-de freaking do.
Oh, God.
I'm going Chiefs money line. Hammer that shit down. I'm just so a part of the narrative. I'm so superficial when it comes to narratives and
Superficial.
it's superficial, whatever. So,
Making up
when
words.
it comes to the NFL, they want their star players in the Super Bowl. It's a money scheme. That's all it is. They want Taylor Swift sitting up there, and I bet you there's going to be a prop asking how many times they're going to show Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl, and that's what it's going to be. So I'm going to
It's
be
not a bad take.
I'm going to be hammering.
No.
The Taylor Swift prop is, I think.
And I'm going to take the over.
That was the
I mean-
most. Taylor Swift
Yeah.
prop in the Super Bowl was the most convincing thing you said. Other than
Yeah.
that,
Well, it was 4.5 last week, and we
hit-
counted.
Yeah,
It
Kelsey
hit, like,
had 2
mid-third.
touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for my pick, I'm going to be absolutely hammering the Kansas City Chiefs money line, and there's going to be 10 units down. I feel like this Ravens thing is over. I feel like Patrick Mahomes is seasoned. He's already played 17 playoff games compared to Lamar's 7 or 8. I'm not too sure.
think it's
He's never played in a conference
5 or
championship
6.
game. That Chiefs defense woke up in the second half.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah.
They were kind of getting bullied on the ground game a little bit against Buffalo. You know, James Cook was having his way, but I just cannot fade Patrick Mahomes. When he's underdogs, he's 9-1-1 against the spread. And
it's not just Pat; it's also Andrew Reid.
this will be his
Like-
second away playoff game. though. I think the first one.
it's gonna be rocking in Baltimore.
Shout out to Pat McAfee. I was watching their episode earlier, and it said that, or what they said was, it was obviously their first away playoff game. It almost seemed
Like
like
they
they were
liked it.
excited. They
Yeah.
enjoyed it. So I like what
You
you're
think the
saying.
buzz kind of worn off maybe for this
No
game?
way. The buzz is not going to wear off for Kansas City. I don't.
Yeah.
I think you're
They're
still,
built- they're
you're
built-
still
that-
fresh
that team
to
is
the away
built.
game.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
team-
you said it when we were watching the game on the Bills-Chiefs game on Sunday. You were like, is this another dynasty Tom Brady Patriots before our eyes where it just keeps happening?
Yeah,
we're all like, they're not going to cover. They're not going to keep winning. Not going to get another one. And then in 10 years, 15 years, we're looking at it like, man, we could have
God, he was a
Took him
cash
so many
cow, and we
times, yeah.
fucking doubted him.
Imagine
Yeah.
tailing Brady throughout his entire
from like
season.
01 all the
Yeah.
way till now. Yeah.
You would
You'd-
tell all
you'd be
the
living in
Bitcoin.
penthouses.
Yeah. Anyone
Yeah.
who tailed Brady his whole career would tell Bitcoin people that got in early to kick fucking rocks. I tailed Brady for 20 years. I covered the spread
Yeah.
generously.
So final pick, I can't fade
Chiefs plus
Mahomes,
3.
and I'm not even laying points. I'm going straight money line.
Okay.
I'm plus 3.5.
Jake, what do you do?
Sweet,
We'll come
sweet.
back to the player props at the end. Let's do the spreads. Where are you going?
So I was gonna think about saving this little charge me up for the next one because there is only 2. But I'm gonna go ahead and say charge me up. I hate that he just pulled it out. But can I get that? So I mean that's Hammer and Hank. There is a hammer in my hand. Double down Drake. I got a hammer for what reason I don't know, but I'm telling you, hammer. That was a weak ass smash.
That was weak.
I don't fucking care. I'm not doing that whack shit. Fucking Ravens -3. Ravens -3. Everyone, I want you to know this. Take this back, bro. I just wanted to let them know the significance of my pick. But
I thought for sure you were saying the same thing.
I thought he was going to tell me, like, oh, he wants the hammer.
Yeah.
And then he's like, absolutely disagree.
Yeah.
no. So I mean, I think simply put, KC's outmatched here. You guys saw last week.
Yeah.
Beating anyone putting points on the Bills defense. Kudos to you, pal. My high school fucking football team could do it, so it's not even that much of a big deal. I think this week is much different. You get debatably, I don't even think it's debatably. I think you get a better offense and you get an exponentially better defense. So, I mean, can Patrick Mahomes step to the task? I do think he can, but can the people, the surrounding cast, do the same? I don't have faith in it. I don't love laying points with anyone against the Chiefs in this situation, but also I'm playing off what I said last week. I think even though I could have saw this being a pick'em, just seeing 3 here shows me that the books and everyone in the world is finally putting a little bit of respect on the Ravens. And I think instead of questioning that, second guessing that, and trying to stick with the Chiefs, who, even if they do win, I'll be mad at myself, but I won't be too mad at myself because we're talking legacies here. But I think this is where we throw a ring on Lamar's finger and we put someone in the race with Patrick Mahomes, because Josh Allen's not going to do it. Who else is going to do it? The only person who's going to step in and put a run, be the Peyton Manning, shout out to you, to Tom Brady's. Whatever the fuck I was trying to say right there.
Tom beat Peyton like the first 6 times.
There has to be someone that's threatening Patrick Mahomes' legacy at
Yeah.
all times, and I think it's Lamar Jackson, and I think this is the year he goes and gets him a ring, because if he makes it to the Super Bowl, he's not losing. This is the biggest test this week. So, this is the Super Bowl, if you ask me. So
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens haven't been able to beat the Chiefs except for, the regular season.
I think the AFC is going to win no matter what. Whatever
Really?
team wins.
So the thing is, if the Ravens make it, they've already blown out the other 2 teams. They destroyed. So that'd be interesting to see what the line is if the Ravens do end up winning this game.
I think that show, and then that plays into where Debo's at when the time comes.
For sure.
If they get there. But I think the fact that they've blown out both teams that they could potentially play in the Super Bowl is going to put one of the 2 coaches that make it there on the Bowser level. Final boss. You got to handle business, because you got beat in the regular season and they play you again and take a ring.
But see, that's assuming the Ravens cover and win and get there.
I mean, I grabbed the hammer, so
That's
they
true.
won. They already won. They won. This was shot a week before, not even a week. This was shot a few days before they played. I'm telling you now, they won.
Okay.
Not telling you where to. I don't care where you put your money. I think you should save it, put it in the
I
bank
want to see what
account.
this asshat Nick thinks about this.
Yeah.
let's hear it.
Appreciate that, man. If anyone's an
bad,
asshat here, I think we all know who that is.
Yeah.
But so
Shit.
I hate to say this, but I'm with you on this one. I've been on the Chiefs all all postseason. I had the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl from the beginning. I had them winning the Super Bowl from the beginning. So obviously,
Hailing Hank go last week.
yeah, I agree. But this was the game that it went okay. So
Okay.
if there's
I had the
anything,
Chiefs money line last week.
yeah. So
respect that, I
I
respect
like the plus 3.5. To combat kind of what you're saying a little bit, I think the AFC, Joe Burrow is that guy for Pat Mahomes. I mean, Joe Burrow's beat him a bunch of times.
I just think
Joe Burrow is 5-1.
Yeah,
against
so I think
Josh Allen and Lamar.
Yeah, I think
Patrick
I think
Mahomes.
Joe Burrow's the guy that in 12 years we're going to look back and say that was a rivalry. Obviously, Lamar's going to have some in there like Phillip Rivers did and a couple other people, but I think mostly it's going to be Joe Burrow and Pat Mahomes at the end of the day. And so
that's a conversation for another time.
there's also talks about Travis Kelce retiring at the end of this year. They're saying Jason said he's going to retire, so it's kind of like a historic
playing into
legacy.
the narrative
A
at all.
little
Don't
bit.
fade the Swifties.
a little bit, yeah, but also the Swift narrative, and as well as
I'm a
You know
So
how much
here's-
money that
here's
brings
the thing,
into
but-
the Super Bowl if
Yeah,
Taylor
Taylor
Swift
Swift,
is
so
up
many.
there
I mean,
in the box office?
gun to my head, I'm joining Beyonce's cult. I would rather be her version of a
Bro,
Swiftie.
Taylor
anytime.
Swift has so many followers. It's
so
crazy.
many.
Yeah, but
the
how many?
NFL is just doing so well with this. And if Travis Kelce, think about this. Think about this narrative. If at the end of the Super Bowl, if they do win, if they do go and win, he proposes to Taylor.
No
I
way.
mean, that's gonna
If
happen.
the-
That'd be the-
if
that'd
he
be
wins
the
the
most-
Super Bowl, I
that'd
can
be
see
the
him
goofiest
proposing.
I
thing
can
ever.
guarantee you, if that's what
He's
happens,
already throwing hearts to him.
I
when
hope
he's
she
there.
says no.
if that's what happens, I will never, ever bet NFL again.
Yeah, that would be whack.
Maybe let me digress a bit and maybe never bet anything Chiefs involved again.
Yeah, that would be.
But that just seems too like Cinderella-like.
Yeah, like Nickelodeon.
storyline.
That's what it is.
fairy tale.
I
Yeah.
mean, they already tried
But-
to do the Cinderella story with Damar Hamlin.
Bro, let's get
Hey,
the
that fake punt
Harbaugh
had a
brothers.
chance.
Let's get the Harbaugh brothers both chipped up. Let's do that.
For sure.
That's a narrative too. So it's all
It-
which
there's
narrative we're
narratives
going to buy
narratives
into.
everywhere.
All over Detroit going 0-16. What?
Two
like,
Michigan teams.
two
Michigan won, Detroit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
come on.
there's a bunch, but
Damn, I just said Detroit.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, and so your thing about it being a pick'em, right? So when Vegas makes the spread, the odds, they give home field advantage 2.5, 3 points to the home team. So what Vegas is saying, being that the Ravens are at home and it's -3, they're saying this is a pick'em. Yet they're giving the Ravens 3 because it's in Baltimore. So when I see this, and this could be completely faulted, but I take a lot of teams +3 for this reason. And it's because when I see that, I'm thinking that means Vegas is saying these teams are equal. The only thing separating them is the fact that it's home field advantage. So then I look at the team and the stadium and is it home field advantage? Now, obviously, Baltimore is really good home field advantage. But in this situation, I like Mahomes as an underdog
But-
on the
Yeah,
road
I
to
just-
wipe
They
that
just
away.
went into Buffalo, Bills Mafia.
but no,
I mean,
but-
they
Yeah.
just handled one of the best fan bases.
If
The best fan
Baltimore
base, right?
Ravens,
I mean, it's technically
Ravens,
The most
fan-
loyal.
are we not going to
Yeah.
talk about? But the Ravens, dude, like literally,
Oh, they're going to
They're-
show up.
they're
That
good.
fan
as far
base
as
is gonna
fan,
show
as
up.
far as fan base, that goes head to head with the Bills fan base, if not exceeds. Because Baltimore, Buffalo, if we're just talking about activity, like just the vibe of the city, it's a little bit more. It is exponentially more crazy in Baltimore than Buffalo. And I'm not going to say nothing happens in Buffalo, but
I'm not even disrespect Bills Mafia.
those people are
Yeah, those guys are
crazy.
no,
crazy.
actually, hey, if anyone Bills Mafia sees this, fuck you guys. Because the
I
way
thought you said
did-
Josh Allen was your quarterback.
No, Josh Allen's my quarterback, but the way y'all treated Gabe Davis
Oh,
after
yeah.
that game, when he wasn't even dressed out, I don't care what it was. You guys are just a bunch of, what are we going to call it? Dumb, drunk Yanks. And you need to get your shit together. You can deal with me as you need to, but yeah, that's where I'm standing with that. To ever talk to somebody who has done great things for your city like that, it's just, you're a low down, dirty bastard. And I hope that if you actually are a bastard, take that word back. But that's some grimy ass shit in my opinion, bro. To talk to somebody like that who has caught touchdowns to win games and just really worked it out. Like, bro, you're changing a fucking filter on an AC while this guy is working to make your city proud. Show some respect, buddy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Come on.
But another thing about this game, I like the fact that it's +3, 3.5, because I mean, obviously both teams have good field goal kickers.
I think it'll
I
end
could
at
see this
3.
coming down to a field goal, and the Baltimore wins by 1, by
I don't
2,
want
maybe
to try
3.
to outsharp myself here,
So-
but 3.5, I'll be on the Chiefs. I can't take.
Well, you got to
I
pick
can't
one.
take a hook. Oh, all right, you want me to pick? All right,
Yeah.
fuck that. -5, I'll take the Ravens.
There we go.
Actually,
That's
hold
all
on.
right.
I will say
I want to
this-
double down on what he did last week with the Niners. Alternate spread Ravens by a touchdown. I want
6.5?
-6.5 Ravens.
That'll pay.
Put that there.
That'll
I'm
pay
not
good.
suggesting it. I'm just saying
You like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Okay,
the
that's fair.
spread
So
where it is,
the
but
thing
I
is-
would.
The
I
thing
would
is with this
frisk
game
it
is
there.
they both have great cold weather, good kickers.
Yeah.
Harrison Buckner's like literally 8 for 8 in the playoffs. When the time comes to shine, not like fucking Tyler Bass yesterday.
Yeah.
The other day. I mean, what the hell was that?
You see that picture covering up the B and it said ass.
Yeah.
He was sitting on the bench. So okay, you said you talked more about doing your over-unders. Do you think this is going to be a high-scoring game? Because we disagreed on one on the weekend and you were absolutely correct. So I kind of want to see if we disagree
I
here.
think the over's
Okay,
gonna
yeah. So for this one, I'm gonna stay right where I stayed with the KC Buffalo thing. I just think
50
the
so
two best
combined.
players on the field. I think even if you went and did a pool, 10 best players on the field are the majority is gonna be offensive. So when you think about it like that, like the edge on both sides of the ball is the offensive edge. Do I think that Baltimore can shut down KC? Yes, because they are kind of one-dimensional to a degree. Like that Rice guy, he stepped into his role a little bit, but like if Kelsey's not moving and grooving, if we see what we see, I mean, obviously the Texans aren't a great running football team, but
Yeah.
if they put Pacheco in check,
It's going to be tough.
it's going to be really hard to make it
100%.
happen.
I agree with that.
100%. But I also agree if the Chiefs are able to spy Lamar and control him, that they have a legitimate
That's all you gotta
chance.
do, man. Just spy Lamar.
I mean, it's
I think I
as
think,
easy-
it's
as
easier
easy as that
said
sounds.
than done.
Yeah.
I think this.
I mean,
I think this game's
obvious-
going to come down to a lot of like the chunk plays are going to be what wins the ball game.
Yeah.
I don't. There is no building a long drive against these two defenses because they catch in stride. I think both of them will let you get a first down or two, but they usually show you like first down or two, and then we're going to put a stop on this. You can maybe settle for a 3 if you get close enough.
Yeah.
So I think chunk plays, putting people inside the 30 or inside the red zone, are really what makes the difference. I just do not think that the Chiefs are ready for Baltimore right
So
now.
the over-under's I think it's at 44.5 right now. Could change for game time. You like the under or the over?
Over 100%
Okay.
the over.
So I like the
mean,
under again. So we
if-
just
if the-
disagree.
if
What a
touch-
moron.
If the touchdowns don't come from electric offense, I think I'd say Patrick more so than Lamar makes a mistake and it might go to the end zone.
Really?
That's bullshit.
No way. Lamar could
Talk to me next week, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you think I'm a moron for that pick makes me feel real good about it. Might just take that instead of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Lamar has shown a history of fumbling in situations. Mahomes doesn't fumble. So you rule that out. They both throw picks. You can argue who throws more. I don't know the exact
I'd probably
stats.
say Mahomes probably throw more.
Yeah,
picks.
but
It's
Lamar
gonna
doesn't
be-
throw that bad.
In my opinion, this is
just-
going to be better than the Super Bowl, but
yeah, I agree. I think this is
the Super Bowl.
this should be the best game of the year. So then for the next one, let's just go ahead and move forward.
Yeah, go
We got the 49ers hosting the Lions. 6.5 is the line at this moment. What do you think about this one, Drake?
All right, I'll go, and I don't even want to. I'm gonna say, I was leaning one way. I was leaning one way strong, and then last minute I said, let me throw all the analytics I took into consideration. Everything that I looked at that swayed me one way, I threw it in the trash. Like when you write a bad poem, balled it up, threw it away, said, fuck that, let's go the other way. So I'm on Detroit +7, and I'm not worried about it because
You're gonna
I think
hate
Go-
my
Go-
pick.
Goff has been here before. Goff has
Yeah.
what are we talking about? Way more Purdy
Experience.
than Purdy. It's
Yeah.
it's night and day,
Sure.
and there's a little bit more to prove. I know last year Purdy didn't get to finish his opportunity, but Goff has something here. This window's wide open for him, and not only for him but his people around him. I think he seems like a great quarterback and an even better person. I think he goes and gets it for the young guys. Everyone that's worked so hard to get this team where they were this year. I just think there's too much heart at play for
Yeah.
this team to give them to take 7 points away from them. Like I would love for them to win the game, and I don't know if that will happen, but 7 points is almost disrespectful for the effort that they've put in this year.
It does seem a little high.
And that's just as simple as I'll keep it. Like I said, analytics aside, heart's gonna outdo numbers every time from where
Yeah.
I'm sitting. That's how I feel about these things. So simply put, Detroit +7.
So
If
he-
I can get 7, plus
Oh,
6.5 if I have to
So
take it.
he's
You're gonna fucking hate
alt,
this.
he's going alt spread
I don't
again.
hate it because look at your record.
He's going -11,
I know, that's why
12
you're
and a
gonna
half,
hate it.
14 and a
Oh,
half.
God, he's on the
I'm pulling out the hammer for this one,
Oh
boys.
my God.
I swear on everything that I love.
He's gonna say money line.
I love Detroit. I love the 49ers. I love what Brock Purdy's doing. I mean, what a story. I mean, being the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant in the draft. I mean, what a story. I mean, he's going to get paid his dollars.
Eventually, yeah.
But Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, they're got something to fucking prove.
No.
So I'm going to stand up for this one. And I'm going to hit this one real hard. We're going to go
like you're at the carnival.
Money line, baby. Let's go. We're
Let's
doing
fucking
money
do it.
line on this one.
Nah, I don't want that. Get that out of here.
We're doing money line on this one,
No.
boys. And it's not even a question. The way that the 49ers produced against that Green Bay Packers lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical, whatever.
Whatever, man. I ain't pulling out SAT words. That defense for the Packers was fraudulent, and somehow, some way, they made something happen. And that game should have went way, way in the 49ers' favor. I mean, Brock Purdy was washing his hands off. I mean, what a joke.
I mean,
I'm taking the Detroit Lions money line, and I'm putting 10 units down. Now, obviously, guys, I'm a little bit down bad over the past couple weeks, so I got to have some kind of...
So, look, down 30
some could say
units.
Desperate.
Down 30 units. You sweep this week, these 2 games, you're only down 10.
And we're getting it right back.
0-2, you're down 50 units.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you're going
call
0-2.
the medics.
So yeah, so I'm going Niners minus 6.5.
What a loser.
I didn't even have to think about this one. It was
That's
pretty.
a Veggie Tales ass pick.
It was pretty. What does that even mean?
I don't even know. But
I like
was
it, though.
Fucking green. I don't know. I really don't know. It's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah,
but
no, I like it. I was just curious what was going on to have that come out, but I like
working
that.
on the time
So-
frame due to Mr. Padre.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the Niners minus 6.5, and with that, I like Brandon Ayuk over 79.5 receiving yards. So you guys got any player props?
All
on
right,
that
yeah,
one?
let me
Or
shoot
you
him.
just
Let me
hammering
speed
down?
shoot him. Fucking hell.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
cool.
take
Yeah.
Isaiah Likely for a touchdown. I'm gonna take Pacheco for a touchdown. I mean, that's
Okay.
been free money at this point.
All
And
right.
I'm also gonna take both Lamar and Patrick Mahomes over rushing yards.
Okay, cool. So I got Zay Flowers under 48.5 receiving yards in the first one, and then Brandon Ayuk over 79.5 receiving yards in the second one.
And then
Going
boom
for a
bow for
clean
me.
sweep.
Funny thing is, I was gonna take Pacheco for under his total touchdowns, and then it popped up on my algorithm on Facebook, and it gave me a little quick backstory on Pacheco, that tragedy that struck for him. He lost his brother and his sister. And
Yeah, it's a sad story.
and for that reason, I scratched out that. I will never disrespect a man who's dogged it out through that. And I have him over 16.5 receiving yards. And we'll take it there. And then, what the fuck? Did I fade someone?
No. It's just.
Oh, beat your fucking ass. Nah, but then, and then playing
just
into
out of left field.
Playing in.
Right?
I gave it how the story came, bro.
Yeah,
It
but
came
I thought you were
algorithm.
gonna take a touchdown.
Yeah.
You're like because of that.
Nah,
Take
I
the-
said hell no. I want the receiving yards, and then playing into last week, I took the under on St. Brown for the Lions. This week I'm going over because they dropped it 5 yards, over 84.5 yards. St. Brown, Laporta's they're gonna lock his stupid ass up, and then
I'm not tired of Laporta.
Well, let's
I ain't gonna
see.
lie.
No. Them square rays wide open
Dude,
midfield
even though I
every
got-
His
time.
leg was
It
like
was
bent
just-
the
it was the
wrong
last-
way,
Yeah,
dude.
so boom bow. I got
Yeah.
Pacheco over receiving
Yeah.
yards, St. Brown over receiving yards.
So you guys are
Like
both
that.
on the Lions. I'm on the Niners. We're both on the Chiefs.
And I'm on.
And you're on the Ravens. So with that, let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment. Link at the bottom of the video. And let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go, baby.